Hello everyone and welcome back to Basic Concepts of Math. And today we are going to learn about a very important and very interesting part of geometry which is known as quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals is very important, students, because it is part of your 8th grade, 9th grade and 10th grade syllabus. So let's not waste time and let's get started with quadrilaterals. So the very first question should come to your head. What is a quadrilateral? And the beauty of math over here, the word itself can explain it. Let's observe that. Quad means 4, whereas lateral means side. So quadrilateral, that means something which has 4 sides. Let's see some examples. Can you see these examples? This have 4 sides, this is also having 4 sides, this is also having 4 sides, and even this have 4 sides. So therefore, all of such shapes can be called as quadrilaterals. So students, whenever we talk about quadrilaterals, there must be some of their properties, some of the things which will be very particular about them. Like for example, if you remember for triangles, we said there are 3 sides, 3 angles and so on. Similarly, quadrilateral also have always 4 sides and always have 4 angles. And one more very peculiar property, just like we had in the triangle, sum of all the angles within the triangle is 180. Similarly, if you draw any of the rectangle, like randomly you draw any of the rectangle and add up all their angles, you will observe it always add up to 360. So students, let's think about what all things can be observed over here and can be made as a property. The very first thing we observe is there are 4 sides. That means there are 4 edges. Second thing which we observe, there are 4 vertices. That means there are 4 corners like this. And we also observe that whenever you add up all the interior means those angle which is inside, it always add up to 360. So students, I want you guys to take this task, sit at home, draw any quadrilateral without measuring the angle, and once you have drawn, just measure the angle and add up. See whether it is coming 360 or not and let me know in the comments. So students, let's move forward. We have seen there are different types of quadrilateral which we have seen over here and so on. So let's understand what are the types of quadrilateral. Now when we talk about types of quadrilateral, you can particularly divide them into 4 types: parallelograms, kites, trapezoid and trapezium. Now most of you don't know about trapezoid, we just studied trapezium. So this time I'll cover that. Also when we talk about parallelogram also have its subtypes like square, rectangle, rhombus, all are nothing but a parallelogram. So let's talk about each of them and learn about their properties as well. So let's move further. Let's start with the parallelogram. Let's observe this diagram. If you observe this diagram, students, can you observe this line is parallel to this one? This side is parallel to this one. So this is how a parallelogram is made. A parallelogram always has opposite sides parallel. Therefore, it is known as parallelogram. If the opposite sides are not parallel, it's not a parallelogram. Now moving further, since the opposite sides are parallel and also equal over here, parallelogram always have opposite sides equal, and since the opposite sides are equal, their opposite angles are supposed to be equal. As you can observe, A is equal to this one, B is equal to this one. And last, that if you take any adjacent angle, say AB or BA, any of this angle you will take and add them, you will always get 180. This is a very peculiar property of a parallelogram. Adjacent angles always add up to 180. Now we have learned about parallelogram. Let's see their types. So the very first type of a parallelogram is a rectangle. Now we have seen rectangle in our life everywhere, like boxes and so on. So when we talk about a rectangle look like this, where we can see the opposite sides are parallel definitely and opposite sides are equal as well. Now only difference is the angles. So let's write it down their properties. So rectangle has all angles as 90. Therefore it is called rectangle. It is taken from the word right angle. So it becomes rectangle. So all the angles are right angle. The opposite sides are parallel as well as equal. So this is how a rectangle look like, and these are the property of a rectangle. Let's move to the next type, which is nothing but square. Now when we talk about square look like this. Now as you can observe SSS, that means all sides are equal to each other. So it is kind of like a rectangle, but rectangle have only opposite sides equal. Not all sides are equal, but in square all sides are equal. So square has all sides equal and all the angles are right angle over there, and as well as all the sides are, so opposite sides are definitely parallel to each other. Now one very important note to remember, a square also fit the definition of rectangle and rhombus. Now we'll learn about rhombus. So next type is rhombus. Let's observe a rhombus. So what do we observe? The sides are equal. All the sides are equal and opposite sides are parallel. But there is no right angle. So a rhombus has, all sides have equal length, opposite sides are parallel, all opposite angles are equal but not all angles are 90 degree. Also you can remember some of the adjacent angles will also add up to 180 over here. Now one important thing to remember, if you draw a diagonal to it, whenever you draw a diagonal in a rhombus, you will find they always bisect each other. Bisect means they will make a 90-degree angle with each other. So this is what you have to remember as a note, that whenever you draw the diagonals in a rhombus, they always bisect each other and form a right angle. Moving further from here, let's see the next type, which is kite. Kite we already know, patang. How do a kite look like? It look like this. Let's observe this. We can observe this side is equal to this side, whereas this side is equal to this side. Also, what do we see? There are two angles, two opposite angles which are equal to each other. And if I draw the diagonals over here, what are they doing? Yes students, they are also bisecting each other, forming a 90-degree angle. So let's write their properties. So kites always have two pair of sides, like this pair and this pair. Whenever they meet, they have the equal length, and wherever they meet, they form the angle which is equal to each other. If you observe the diagonal shows with the dashed line, they always bisect and meet at right angle. Only one of the diagonal bisect in equal half, not the other one. So if you can observe, this one is bisected but this one is not. Now when I say bisected, that means it is divided into two equal half. Now you can see this half is equal to this half, but this half is not equal to this half. Therefore always remember, only one diagonal is bisected, the other diagonal is not. Moving further to our next type, which is trapezoid. Now trapezoid, if you can observe, this is the diagram of the trapezoid. Is there any parallel line, equal angles? No. That's what a trapezoid is. Trapezoid is an quadrilateral where all the sides are unequal, no angles are equal to each other, no parallel sides, and therefore it is also known as irregular quadrilateral, because there is no regularity, there is no commonality, there is nothing equal to each other. Therefore, such trapezoid is known as irregular quadrilateral. Move further to the last type, which is trapezium. The trapezium look like this. Now, if you observe, these two sides are parallel, whereas two other sides are not parallel. Also, if you can observe, is any side equal to each other? No. That's the peculiarity of a trapezium. Trapezium have all sides unequal but two parallel sides. Now let's observe this diagram as well. Is it a trapezium? Look like that, right? But this is isosceles trapezium. Now why I'm saying isosceles trapezium, if you observe this side and this side, both look equal. So two sides are equal over here, and obviously two sides are parallel, therefore it's a trapezium. And since there are two sides which are equal, their opposite angles must be equal. Therefore the angles are also equal. This is what you have to remember about isosceles trapezium. Moving further students, there is one more task which you guys need to do. Make a table naming all types of quadrilaterals, draw its diagram and write down its properties. So it has to be a table, name of the quadrilateral, diagram of the quadrilateral, and what are their properties, like are the angles are equal, are there parallel sides, are there equal sides, is the sum of the adjacent angles are same or not, and so on, so that it becomes easier to you for recollect. So one table can concisely give you all the data. So make sure you do that and you draw that. So students, thanks for watching this video. I hope you have learned a lot. In the next video, I'll bring let's say about some other geometrical shape. I was thinking maybe circle or something. So see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.